Plus, a study in the New England Journal of Medicine linked several diabetes medicines to a 64% higher risk of heart attack or cardiovascular death. Even when I spent a week at the beach with my family, I couldn't relax. I was always worrying about my blood sugar and whether I could get back to the cooler if I needed my insulin. My type 2 diabetes was emptying my wallet, destroying my body, and just making my life miserable. I felt trapped. You've probably felt that way before, haven't you? Terrified that your diabetes is going to make your life worse and worse until it finally decides to kill you? But for me, it was about to get even worse. I'll never forget that day in my restaurant's kitchen. I was understaffed on a Saturday evening, the busiest shift of the week. My stress was through the roof. My heart was pounding. In the kitchen, it felt hotter and more humid than ever. I received an order for a medium rare steak, and then my knees went weak. The next thing I knew, I woke up in the hospital, seeing my wife and 2 teenage kids sitting around me, their eyes red and puffy from crying. The room, it smelled like cleaning liquid, and I heard the steady beeping of the heart monitor. When my wife saw I was awake, she threw her arms around me and then called for the doctor. My son and daughter looked at me like they were watching their daddy die. And I guess they were. The doctor came in and explained what happened. You went into a diabetic coma, he said. A non-ketotic hyperglycemic hypersmolar coma. Your blood glucose level was at 1174. One of the other chefs had called 911, and some quick-thinking paramedics and ER doctors had saved my life. If I'd been alone when it happened, I'd be dead. The doctor cleared his throat like he was nervous about telling me something even worse. Because your diabetes is so advanced, he said, we'll need to remove your legs. I've scheduled the surgery for this afternoon. It's every diabetic's worst fear. Amputation. No, said my wife, absolutely not. I'm sorry, the doctor insisted. We can give him another 10 years to live, but we have to operate immediately. My daughter started to cry. While my wife argued with the doctor, I got lost.